Hello, welcome to Hawks Recap America edition. Hope you're all having a great holiday, celebrating our nation's independence with some barbecue, some friends, some fireworks, just having a grand old time. I hope our neighbors to the north also had a great 150th celebration this past weekend, and I hope all of you as hockey fans have enjoyed the start of free agency as well. A lot of signings pretty much happened right away. A lot of names moving around, big names too, moving to new teams, some big names staying on some teams as well. The Hawks were one of those teams that made a pretty big splash in terms of names, maybe not in contract though. That name being Patrick Sharp. Yep, we are bringing him back. I don't know if you have heard or not, but basically
we're putting the band back together.
And his contract's great as well, $800,000 for a veteran presence and a guy who knows the system. You can't really ask for anything better than that. $1 million with performance bonuses. But other than that, great signing by Stan. Welcome back, Sharpie. We also brought in Tommy Wingels. That contract hasn't been disclosed in terms of the details yet or what the AAV is, but I'm assuming it's fairly cheap because he's a bottom six player. So that's another great signing. He's a good old homegrown local Chicago boy. So I mean, what more could you ask for? But in addition to that, we also got Lance Bouma. So with those two signings, Stan is saying we are bringing some physicality to our bottom six. Hopefully that will not only improve the physicality, but also provide more production than what we got with our former physical guys in Tutu and Desjardins. Desjardins, if you remember or wanted to forget, had 1 point all season last year. Wasn't really worth his spot, and he didn't really play much at all late in the season. So hopefully Wingels and Bouma can provide a better bottom six experience for the Hawks this upcoming season. But Stan wasn't done. He also brought in Jean-Francois Berube, a goalie who is going to be contending with Forsberg for that backup goaltender spot that has been vacated by the absence of Darling going to Carolina. We also got Jordan, I don't know, Osterley. I probably didn't pronounce any of those names right. Doesn't really matter. There are guys that are going to be competing for spots. Osterley is going to be competing for a defensive role alongside Gustafsson, Polka, Forsling, and company for that 5th, 6th, 7th defender role on the team. I wouldn't be surprised to see both of those guys down in the AHL with Rockford, but that's depth that we're going to need down there. So multi-year signings there. Good on Stan for getting those guys. Now heading into free agency, there was some rumors that the Blackhawks and some other big name parties were interested in uniting, but that didn't quite happen. Those two names were Carl Alsner and Sam Gagner. Both those players ended up signing elsewhere for contracts within the $3 to $5 million range, well above what the Hawks would have been able to pay them without dumping basically everybody on the team. So it was fun while it lasted. It was fun rumors. It would have been nice to see them in Blackhawks uniforms, but the way she goes, really. Now, even though we didn't sign those two, we still had to create some room for all the other signings that we made. So that meant Kruger got dealt to Vegas for future considerations, which basically means absolutely nothing. We're basically getting nothing for Kruger. Now, on the flip side, Vegas took Kruger and traded him with Carolina for a 5th round pick. So why couldn't we get a 5th round pick? Well, GMs kind of understand and are getting the idea that they shouldn't probably help the Hawks get rid of their cap space. The Hawks really don't have the upper hand right now, and GMs are forcing those issues. So basically, we're giving away players like Kruger with the salary cap that he had, who is worth a pick or two, late picks, or a bottom tier prospect. Getting rid of players like that for basically a bag of pucks. Now, if you're looking for a secondary team, in the East, Carolina might be your best bet. They got Kruger, they got TVR, they got Darling, they have Tavo, they have Nordstrom, they have Dahlback. They used to have Versteeg, they used to have Bickle. If you remember way back when, they used to have Tuomo Ruutu. That's a guy. That's a name. He was supposed to be really good. He was supposed to be the next big thing and didn't quite live up to it. He was a great player, but didn't quite live up to that potential that everyone thought he had. So you got a team in the East you could easily root for. The Misfit Hawks. After 2010, that used to be the Florida Panthers or the Atlanta Thrashers. Now that's kind of the Carolina Hurricanes or the Arizona Coyotes a little bit. So if you're looking for that, there you go. Now, I wouldn't be getting too attached to the Misfit Hawks because we got plenty to look forward to in mainland Hawk Nation right here. We got the fresh faces that we just brought in. We've got the core that we're used to, or at least the majority of it. We have all the young guys who racked up a bunch of minutes last year. Showed a lot of promise, a lot of potential. It's going to be exciting to see how they all do in their sophomore years. We got all these puzzle pieces coming together to form the new look Hawks. We're retooling, and it's a little bit scary. We don't quite know what the road ahead is. There's a lot of unknowns, but that's what makes the journey ahead that much more exciting.
We're on a mission from God.
We get to see and experience some new things. New things out of this team that's led by this core. It's the latter half of their careers. Maybe this will be a resurgence. You never know. We're going to just have to wait and see. All I know is that I'm excited. Hey there, thanks for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, like and subscribe if you want. It really helps me out. It also helps you out, knowing when the next one of these videos goes live. You can also follow me on social media, see other tomfoolery and hot takes. With all that said, stay safe, make good decisions, keep being awesome. I'll see you next time.